And you know what it is. Welcome to another episode to the Eagles Top Podcast. We will all talk things Eagles, and whether it's post game coverages, free agency, all that good stuff. But before we get
Oh,
started
and
tonight,
do
yeah, we got
and
some
do
new, we
we
got some
have
stuff, we got some
some
good stuff
crazy
going
news?
for. But before we start the show, if you guys are new, smash that like button and hit that subscribe. And you guys are new, we are on the road to 1K. If you guys definitely share this out. With that being said, let's just kind of just hop right into it.
Oh my God! The Eagles have acquired a top safety in free agency. We get Jaquiski
Tart.
Tart from the San Francisco 49ers via free agency. What more do you want from this damn team? Howie Roseman is a godsend this offseason, bro.
Which is very shocking. Absolutely.
We trade in the draft. Trade to get AJ Brown. We get Nakobe Dean in the draft. Get Jordan Davis to beef up that line. Oh my God, dude.
Absolutely. But yeah, before we go any further, let's get to some comments. What is good, Liam? What is good, BLSG? What's good, Coach Dante? Great, appreciate for those who are just tuning in. Because, yeah, I mean, not just that. I mean, we're going to just talk about the Eagles in general and just how on paper.
And just so you know, probably that Facebook user in the comments is probably one of my family members. So
probably. But we do appreciate it for those who are just tuning in to another episode of the Eagles
we appreciate
podcast,
it.
Which was a long time coming because honestly, I was just kind of keeping on the back burner for a little bit because of other content. But like Tyler said,
we had to jump on this though. We had
because let's get to towards that time of year where we're gonna start talking Eagles football again.
Around
is it training
June, July? Yeah, it's I think it's free agency and OTAs is what's going on right now.
Absolutely, yeah, okay.
Free agency, OTAs. Training camp doesn't start until around late July, early August.
Yeah, some right there because the regular season doesn't start till September.
Because right now it's free agency, OTAs.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I think what's hard spot like somewhere late 20s, early 30s, give or take.
Yeah, he's around late 20s because remember he was in that he was that guy who dropped that easy interception in the NFC Championship game last year.
Oh, right.
But Eagles fans are dogging him about that one play. It doesn't matter if he dropped it; he still defended that ball well.
Absolutely.
That's what we needed at safety because we have guys at safety who can't even cover. He can cover.
Absolutely.
So that's a great pickup by the Eagles.
Plus, he's still young, so I mean, it's only on a 1-year deal too.
Yep.
And now the fact that now we're with the defense looking like they got James Bradbury and just Slate on the opposite sides of each other. You could have Tart with Avonte Maddox in case you want to do like a two safety play.
And Avonte Maddox is no slouch either at safety. He's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, actually, that's another point I want to probably bring up is that the fact that the Eagles are finally putting it back where he actually knows how to play best, and that's the free safety. And it's just, now the fact we have Kazir White, Nakobe Dean, TJ Edwards, Kyle Johnson from Kansas. So we've got 4 good, decent linebackers on that core.
Dude, I'm telling you, that entire defense has been rebuilt in one offseason, bro. One offseason.
Absolutely. It's just
and also let's look at our offense too.
Jordan Mailata.
Damn board. Jordan Mailata at the line, bro.
You got Lane Johnson at the right guard. You got Jason Johnson,
right guard. Oh my! The entire line's beefed up. The entire receiving core is beefed up. The running back is beefed up.
Absolutely. Because I feel like this is more. I feel like because I always been thinking this too. If Sanders doesn't work out, I said just let Kenny Gainwell take over because I kind of feel like,
dude. Wait, can I tell you about the offseason moves we made and how incredibly giddy I'm feeling right now?
Yeah,
because of it.
And it's weird.
I'm ready for September. Like I'm ready right now. Give me September.
Most Eagles fans are. I really truly think, and that's the thing too. Like we've always been dogging Howie Roseman. What?
We dogged Howie Roseman since 2018, bro.
Yeah,
we dogged him.
And it has
we expected because even then we expected the team to be better than what they were 2018, 2019, 2020. We expected a dynasty, and we didn't get it.
No.
But wow, Howie Roseman lit a fire under his own ass, and I am excited.
Yeah, the fact that he actually did that 2 years in a row, actually. Last year,
years in a row, he's been going off.
Let's see, who did we get? I'm trying to think. Who did we get in the second round of the last when we got DeVonta Smith? I can't remember we even have a second round pick. Not that I meant.
I think we beefed up. I think we were starting to beef up that line. We were starting to beef up that line.
Because I know we got my lot in the 7th round. I don't know which draft class that was.
That was 2018. No. That was the year we won the Super Bowl. We got my lot. Backup. It was the year we won the Super Bowl. We got Mailata. And he wasn't that good start off, but he started to learn and get better and get better.
We got to think, too, that this guy's coming from rugby, from Australia.
From rugby in Australia. He didn't know the game of football, so we cut him some slack.
And,
he was like, look, I didn't play well. I'm learning the game. He's learned the game. He's got better.
Oh, yeah, he shouted to Jeff Stoutland, though, for transforming Jordan Mailata, though.
For transforming Jordan Mailata, who was an Australian rugby player.
And turns into
one of the best linemen in the game.
I have not seen the highlights, but I mean, he knows how to commit murder, basically.
This man's like, he pushes you. Like,
That's crazy.
Like this, here's I'm Jordan Mailata, right? Here's a defender, right? 2 seconds.
Like, I think it was Atlanta week 1 where he just ran one of the defensive line.
Oh my God.
I was like, damn me. For guys who are like 6'6", and that's the thing too.
This man's manhandling defenses left and fucking right.
And which is funny now looking back, the only person that's undersized on that offensive line is Kelsey, but the entire offensive line has been a little bit over 6'5" and very athletic, which is really crazy to think about.
You know, I love the fact that they get a backup center in that draft in this year's draft class too.
Thank you to Kelsey for that.
Huh? Yeah, Kelsey. Thanks to Kelsey. Thanks to Kelsey. You had a hand in that.
That's crazy.
His career is coming to an end soon anyway.
I said just put him in the scouting office because if he knows it's got a good potential replacement, some good talent.
And if you watched his draft stream that night of draft, he was talking like he knew his stuff, and he does. He knows.
And we
we needed that. We needed this. We got this. We got that.
Absolutely, and you got to think too, like, Jurgens.
Oh, we got Jurgens.
Well, technically, from what I've understood, his last name is pronounced Jurgens. Apparently,
I think it's German.
It's just like it's pronounced or it's spelled the way that
I think it's German, so I think it's Jurgens.
I think he's definitely got some German in him.
I think it's Jurgens. It's Jurgens. It ain't Jurgens. It's Jurgens.
But I do kind of make a joke. I said, "Hey, where's the Jurgens? Oh, he's on the football field." I'm some cheese, but
I kind of find it funny that his last name spelled the same as the cosmetic.
Yeah, my lotion
brand. Where's the lotion? Oh, right, he's on the field.
And that's the thing too, like, because it's like this team, like I have not.
Did you guys see the Tortorella?
Oh yeah, that's the Flyers head coach.
I know. I'm excited about that. We got him from Colorado, which we needed that. We needed a good coach.
No, he's from Columbus actually. He's the Columbus.
Oh, yeah, he's from the Blue Jackets.
So he knows Cam Atkinson. He knows Cam Atkinson pretty well.
He's from the Blue Jackets. That's right.
But Barry Trotz
with the NHL. I haven't watched the NHL since
what?
The playoffs.
Jeez.
But the thing is, I haven't really paid attention to the NHL in depth since 2012. Honestly.
Yeah. But other than that, going back to the Eagles, though, it's just that honestly, this year, and I think we all said this too. There should be no excuses if Jalen Hurts shits the bed, so to speak.
No excuses from him at all. At all. This is your third year in the league. This is your second year as a starter. I think do you get like a 1-year prove it deal?
What are you talking about, Tart?
No, I'm talking about Hurts.
I don't know.
I think they cut the other contract he had and gave him a 1 year
Something
deal.
like that. I know it was a cheap extension though.
It was a cheap extension. It was a 1 year.
And the fact that
deal.
And I'll say this too, but let's say hypothetically, if he can still run the football efficiently, and because I know Shane, and I'll talk, and I did make a video about Shane Steichen now calling the plays, which that's going to be very interesting to see. But then again, it really isn't, because if you really saw the second half, Shane Steichen was the guy calling the plays.
Yeah, the thing is, was the fact that this coach listens to his fans. Because mid-season we were 2-5, looked like we were dead in the water. We were going to be out of the playoffs.
Yeah, most of us were written off the season anyways.
We were writing off the season. I wrote off the season. I didn't expect that turnaround. And I was shocked by it. But the thing is, the coach, and I commend the coach for this, Coach Sirianni. I commend him for this.
Especially now.
He listened to the fans.
And absolutely.
The fans kept yelling, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball more, run the ball more. What did he do in that second half of the season? He ran the ball more. What did that contribute to? 9 wins in a row. 9 wins.
Which was very shocking to say the least, because I had this team as an 7 to 8 win team at best.
I had this team rebuilding. I did not have
exactly the fact that
they going 7 8 wins. I had them maybe the ceiling being 6, the low.
Hey, what's good, Liam?
The floor being 4 wins.
Yeah, exactly.
I did not have them going. I did not have them surpassing 6 wins.
But,
and they exceeded my expectations by far.
Yeah. Hey, what's good, normal guy? It's good.
The most normal guy in the comments is here. Yay!
But yeah, it's like, and now a lot of people and I actually was reading an article about this too. Like because I feel like Shane, and I think Shane Steichen did come out and say like that Sirianni has, even though he doesn't have his stamp on things, but he's he pretty much gave him the power. Like it basically came and I'm very basic paraphrasing that Sirianni gave him the power in the second half to basically
normal guy. Can I address normal guy right now? We are going to address that big time on next Thursday. Big time. And I'm going off.
Oof. Yeah.
I'm going off on Thursday. Like, trust me. So what you said is true. He is down bad. And he is down bad for a goddamn employee.
Well, yeah, huge shout out to the 3 that is here in the stream, though. Greatly appreciate that. Well, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. But back to the Eagles, man.
I think it's just, I know that's the thing with this, because for me, I really don't have really that much of an expectation, but more seeing this team kind of build off their 9-8. And I know Adam Rank at times can be, I don't know if Verdi has not saw it, but he has us going 11-6. It's like, that's fair. That is very fair.
I really think that Jalen Reagor lost it.
I think
last season he lost it. He's done. He's out of here because they moved Quez Watkins to wide receiver 3, moved him to 5,
and then he still got Devin. And that's another thing too. And especially with special teams, I think Devin Allen is going to be a crucial part in the special teams.
Yeah,
because have you not seen this kid or this guy? If you've not seen the 110-meter hurdles, this kid's got speed.
Oh my god, he won that shit too. He won.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
he was the fastest guy. He won. I think
he was like a 0.4 second shot of the world record. It's like, jeez, Christ.
He's scary fast. If he puts that into special teams,
the way I can see,
people are going to get, defenders are going to get, or the return guy is going to get decked at like the 5 with his speed.
Exactly, but not just that too. Because the way I can say compare this to, like, think of Braxton Berrios for the New York Jets, and look the speed that kid has.
Is the season still 17 games?
Yeah, still 17 games.
Still 17 games in the season.
Which is funny because
they implemented that last year, and they're still going to run with that.
And
I really didn't mind it. I'm like, who cares? More football. I'm good.
Absolutely. And also this year too. In non-Eagles related news or football, like if you guys like alternative football, this spring has actually been pretty good when it comes to.
Honestly, I still think my New Jersey Generals are going to go down first round. Mm-hmm. I have no faith in them. They have no pass game. They have only
But
all they have. They got
been,
bailed out. The thing is, they got bailed out with their run game. They should not be 8-1 right or 9-1 right now.
Well, who does
bailed out by their goddamn run game. That's it.
Yeah, I want to say, yeah. I was going to say, man, they could have. I feel like the Generals kind of took a page out of the Eagles playbook. Have a shitty pass game, and then all of a sudden rely on the running game to win the rest of their games.
This reminds me of the goddamn 2018, 2019 Eagles.
That's what I'm saying.
They get bailed out. Make
by the running game.
By the running game somehow.
Absolutely.
But the thing is though, even 2021 though, they didn't have a shitty pass game. They had a good pass game.
Oh yeah.
They just needed a run game to catapult them a little bit. And they have both a pass game and a run game. Yeah, Jalen Hurts made some crucial mistakes here and there. It happens. It was his first year starting. He had some first year jitters.
Nope. No longer.
No, there's one win teams, but there's no undefeated.
Nah.
Unfortunately. There's undefeated. It was Birmingham, but
Houston snapped that streak by 2 points. But actually, that
should be Houston of all. That should be
the first show on this channel. I didn't think about that.
Freaking Houston of all teams beat them. They were like 2-7.
And a little fun fact: Clay Thorson, who was our 5th-round pick back in 2019, is the quarterback for the Houston Gamblers. So that blew my motherfucking mind.
But here's the thing: where are the Houston Gamblers? They're bottom feeders.
Mm-hmm.
And Clayton Thorson's still crap. So, just saying. Just saying. But
yeah. Even though I think I did cover the schedule when the schedule got released, but I want to kind of go back over it, skipping the preseason because the preseason we have.
I'm axing maybe 2 L's that I made. I'm axing 2 of them.
I know one of the for me, I have us taking an L against the Cardinals.
I may axe that because of confidence. I may axe it. I'm probably going to keep it.
It's just like even in Max Coverage TV. For those who don't know, Max Coverage TV is loves the Green Bay Packers. He even said himself he has the if you have not checked out a schedule prediction video. He did say he has the Eagles beating his Green Bay Packers. Honestly, I don't know it.
Dude, honestly, after what we just the offseason we've had so far, in the beginning, I didn't see it. Now I see it.
That's what I'm thinking. Just
I see it now. Dude.
The other teams, I feel like that's a true L. In my honest opinion,
for other teams, I called an L. And if we kept the same rosters last year, that's an L all day.
Because right
now I'm thinking win. We're taking that dub.
So when it comes to the regular season, we do open against Detroit, and if you had not seen the last time we played Detroit, we put a spanking on them, despite the fact they are such a bad team. But I don't think they're going to be.
I kind of have a little bit of faith in Detroit because Detroit didn't have a bad season, even though they kind of went.
They had a great draft too. The fact that they traded to get James Williams
too, but they just had some shit luck last year.
Absolutely,
very shit. They were losing games by 1 touchdown, 2 touchdowns. They weren't losing. The only bad game. The only game they had a bad game was against us.
Exactly.
Most of the time, they had 1-point losses, 7-point losses, 14-point losses. It wasn't terrible. They just weren't. They didn't have enough to win. I think now they'll have enough to win games, but they ain't going past us. Let's face it.
No. Not especially with Jared Goff as their starting quarterback. I'm sorry. That's
Jared Goff to me, he's okay, but he's not the best.
No,
why do you think Jared Goff? Yeah, he made 1 Super Bowl with LA. They lost. They get rid of him. They get Matthew Stafford
and win a Super Bowl.
Completely turn around their season.
And not to mention it turns around the narrative that on Matthew Stafford.
It turns around the narrative that Matthew Stafford can't win in the playoffs. He won in the playoffs and won a Super Bowl. It's first in LA.
So, other than the preseason games, so we got the Lions at 1 o'clock on September 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing with the Lions is, even though their record says even though the record was bad, but their team, they got some good players. That team is very scrappy. Like they know how to keep themselves.
Oh, for sure. Exactly what I was talking about. They were scrappy. They
The only issue is they have a shit ownership. That's the only knock I have on Detroit.
But then again, their ownership actually did pretty damn decent.
Yeah, shockingly for a team that's been building since the 50s.
Yeah, I was even shocked that they were like nearly winless last year. The Lions, the way they were scrappy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking eventually they're going to win. Eventually they're going to win. Eventually
they're
going to
win. I think I saw one season prediction where they actually had the Lions go 6-11. Say, you know what? I could definitely see that in the Lions. The way the talent.
I kind of thought they would turn it around mid-season and win like 7 games, but they just kept losing and having bad luck
The only team and tie for the Steelers, which that's really what I find, which was very funny, which is because the
Steelers though turned it around. They made the playoffs, lost first round.
Yeah. You got to think too, like
Detroit just kept losing, and the thing is, it wasn't because of bad play. It was just
no. I think it was just good competition.
It was just great competition, left and right.
Absolutely. We got week 2 on September 19th. We got the Minnesota Vikings. I can say it's taking that win, and that's at home in Philadelphia. And Vikings fans, you should know the last time we,
dude. Here's the thing. The key to them having a chance compared to 2017, don't piss us off.
Exactly. And you saw it first, and we saw it firsthand. Once
we completely trounced them in the NFC Championship game that year. Oh my god.
And the fact you still have Kirk Cousins under center, and the
thing is, it was my team doing it, and I thought I would have fun watching that game. No, I got bored. I got bored.
That's like
I'm like, this shit's boring. We're in the Super Bowl. Turn it off.
What I don't even know what the final score was, like 35-7 or something like that.
No, it was 38-7.
Oh, jeez. Still close enough.
38-7. I'm like, I'm bored of this. Turn it off.
It's like playing Madden on rookie mode with all the sliders out, basically.
Dude, exactly what I said that night. I'm like, this is like Madden on rookie mode. I was looking at the TV. I'm like, man, this is like Madden on rookie mode.
Right? Absolutely. It's just
the defense was shutting them down. The offense was scoring left and right. There was like touchdowns every freaking drive. I'm like,
exactly. And that's another thing to it. And I feel like Gannon is definitely going to learn from his mistakes, and the fact that I have a feeling Gannon's definitely going to step up his play calling. The fact that he now has maybe like a top 5, top 10 defense in the NFL that can match up with the best of anybody. I mean, look, we all know that Cox is not going to be around for much longer. I think that's the reason. I think getting Jordan, the Jordan Davis pick, for me, what kind of my head is it's like, yeah, this is going to be a successor to Fletcher Cox. You know, granted, it's going to be big shoes to fill, and then you got Milton Williams, who I thought there's the sky's the limit with that kid.
There's so much upside with him. It's ridiculous.
And Javon Hargraves, the fact that early in the first half was super quiet, but for some reason
he went off second half. Like, I don't know.
Absolutely,
he went off.
And then you got Josh Sweat, another more.
Oh, dog, complete dog.
Now, that's right. We also got Hassan Reddick on the outs as another edge rusher. I forgot about that.
That was the start of the
welcome home, Hassan Reddick.
That was the start of it, bro. After the draft, we ended up getting Hassan Reddick
on a very team-friendly deal too for the next 3 years.
Very team-friendly. I also like the current deal with the linebacker, the safety that we just got.
Yeah, Tart.
That's a friendly deal. That's a 1-year deal. That's a friendly deal. And that's what I like about it.
I say
that's where how he messed up in 2017 when we peaked early, got to Super Bowl, and then we plummeted. It was because a lot of those deals that he made to build that team were not team-friendly deals.
Absolutely.
We ran out of cap space as soon as the season ended.
Yeah, because it's like
we had to cut half the team.
Yeah, in order to because that was start becoming the retooling and obviously a process to start to clear up cap. And that's the thing too. I think we still got some money in cap space. I don't even know what the amount is. So
we should have plenty.
Yeah, the fact that we're willing to spend money, which was, well, not say a first for us, but kind of to do it under the cap, which is a very first for us. So I was, and like we said, we've been dogging Howie for the last 4 years, but this dude knows how to, as a money magician.
The man makes quality trades, finesses other teams. He basically gives teams packs of peanut for players, and it's genius.
Like we said, perfect example. During draft night, we traded AJ Brown for 2 draft picks on pennies on the dollar. Now, and we come to find out later, a little bit later on the night, he did. AJ Brown did say that the Tennessee Titans did lowball him. Which, let's be real, for a dude is about our age, basically. I say he's more than a $20+ million a year kind of wide receiver, and how he gave him 25 a year.
Yep, exactly.
And now having Quez now being that pretty much the slot receiver. Yeah, that's going to be very interesting to really take a look at it. Having those 3 on the floor on the field, and and look, Boston Scott. I mean, I love Boston Scott. I mean, it's just like. I feel like if Sanders doesn't pan out, at least we have a better backup running back in Kenny Gainwell, and we saw what Kenny Gainwell can do. He's got a good blocking ability, just great. It's just better explosiveness.
Yep.
Plus, he's better, and if you need to use him in the passing game, also great at that as well. And we saw, and we have not seen his tapes at Memphis. I mean, it speaks for itself. Even though he may be undersized for a running back, but he's got enormous strength for a guy of his size. And it's just like, shit.
Yep.
And I'll say this too about Jalen Hurts too. I mean, even like the one game where he actually knows how to take it. I think he was laid a hard hit or something like that or something. I don't know what it was. But now, and I kind of felt like this too. I feel like Hurts was a little bit undersized. Now I think when he kind of beefed up a little bit, I feel like if he can, start making, and I think that there's going to be times where I think Steichen should actually, I think that she needs to start balancing the play calls. Whatever the sake, But I think Steichen, definitely knows that for firsthand, because I mean, look, he's been around Sirianni a handful of times too throughout his coaching career.
Yeah.
And which is funny too, looking back at that season, the fact that Sirianni, for some odd reason, said about the fucking flower bullshit. It's like, what the fuck are you going on about?
He was talking about soil and watering the plants and
fertilizers,
and fertilizing the grass. I'm like, what are you talking about? What in the hippie shit is this? But apparently he was right.
Apparently it did work. I mean, we've been
you talking about watering the plants and watching it grow, and I'm like, what the fuck?
That's the most ridiculous shit.
It's the most ridiculous fucking coaching interview I've heard in my life. I'm like, the fuck? At that point, fans were like not trusting him because of that. I'm like, but now it's like, it makes sense.
Yeah, because I think that's
what he said makes sense.
Start running the football a little bit because of that.
He was like, we got to water the plant. I'm like, is this gardening or football?
But I can understand the analogy he wants to make, but I was very skeptical of it. So it's like, what are you smoking? Like, I want something to tell what you're smoking, dude. But
it must be high.
But it did turn out that we did come out with one of the best rushing teams in the NFL, which is crazy. Really, and the fact we were pointing up historic numbers and setting records that that's never been set, especially for an rushing offense. And hell, I mean, it's now. I think another thing I want to see is see another touchdown pass to Lane Johnson to do with the Philly leap. Hit the link. And but congrats to him after being 10 years in the league to get his first touchdown pass too. Jesus Christ, that's crazy.
Better late than never.
That's another
you
thing.
You just added a touchdown to your resume. That's awesome.
Yeah,
better late than never though, bro.
And obviously,
he's probably cracking jokes about it too. I'm like, man, you took that long to throw a touchdown to me.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I don't know if I think probably if Shane's. I have a feeling if Shane Steichen can pretty much call it that place, like, you creative son of a bitch. I was like, damn. Like, I would never expect it. And that's another thing too. I feel like that. It was against the Giants. That's right. It was against the Giants. The Giants were not expecting it. Hey, man, Johnson was just wide open. Oh my God. But going back to the schedule, for me, I have us winning the first two games because I don't know. Minnesota hasn't really done much to improve other than the fact that they got. I mean, look, Adam Thielen's still an underappreciated receiver. Justin Jefferson's still great. You still got what's his face? I can't think of his fucking name now. It's really pissing me off.
What?
Ah, shit. I think it's Dalvin Cook. I think it. That's right. Oh God.
Yeah, Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, their defense. I don't feel like their defense has gotten any better.
No, they did not. They did not do nothing to their defense.
No, because Xavier Rhodes is still a free agent. I'm surprised how he's not signed it. But it's just I feel like Kirk Cousins, let's be real, probably not the greatest quarterback. Not the greatest in prime time, and only has one player.
He's decent, but he's not the best.
No, I mean, hell, he's only got one playoff game. I think that's against the. He's 1-4 as a play in the playoffs. That's not great, to say the least. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a blowout with Minnesota. I think Minnesota's definitely going to put some points on the board. I'd say it's probably come down to maybe 10 points, maybe give or take. Mm-hmm. Week 3, we're on the road against the Commanders. I think we all know how that's going to.
We're trouncing them.
Oh, absolutely. And the fact that from what we're hearing that Terry McLaurin is still looking to get paid, and the fact that if Washington doesn't pay him, good Lord, that's a huge mistake. Because let's be real, I think Terry McLaurin is going to be definitely a top 5 receiver. And I mean, we can say from personal experience, he's always been a thorn in our side the last couple of years since being in the league, and we saw that firsthand. Now with Carson Wentz, we all know that he's pretty much just made of glass at this point. Very inconsistent. Always has a tendency to play hero ball. Hell, he would fucking it's already bad enough to where he shut the bed against the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars, and how that's a different situation in its entirety. Now, oh God, that's gonna be funny that Washington has to deal with that shit. Deal with what we had to go through. So the fact they already got a quarterback in the 5th round, and Sam Howell, I was like, damn, are they gonna get? Hey, as Eagles fans, at least we don't have to deal with that shit anymore. We really, truly don't. But I do feel as we will have a good game against Washington. Week 4, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, the thing I want to talk about, I feel like Jacksonville
under a new coach, I do think Trevor Lawrence will.
I think there's going to be improvement.
Yeah.
Jeez. But yeah, I mean, I thought they actually had a pretty good draft. I thought they had a good offseason. But I see at best is between 6 and 7. You know what? I know this may sound like a stretch for the Jacksonville. I say 7. I feel like Jacksonville, with the talent that they have, I say they can go 7 and 10.
I was thinking that too.
Because it's like I don't think that it would be much of a better improvement than their a 2-15 record. Good Lord, and all that shit that Jacksonville had to go through. But yeah.
The Urban Meyer shitstorm they had to go through.
God damn. Kicking the kickers and all this shit, but that's pretty much. But I do think Jacksonville kind of did the right thing and actually get someone who's actually more qualified. And look, hell, and it just seems to me, I feel like I don't know. Maybe I just feel like, call me crazy. I feel like Trevor Lawrence. I think he can thrive under Doug Peterson. I really truly think he will do that.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. What is Amy doing now, RQ? But I don't know. Like I feel like Jacksonville can give us a run for our money. I think I do believe the fact they got Christian Kirk. Who else did they fucking get? Oh, that's right, Sheriff from Washington, to help with that offensive line. Which, let's be real, I'll give a lot of props to the Jacksonville for finally addressing what the goddamn needed, and that's the offensive line. It's just, jeez, and that could we'll talk about another team that we play later in the year. I have us beaten the Jacksonville Jaguars, but I feel like I don't know that it's tough to really put a score on this because talent wise, I think Jacksonville's got some good talent wise though on paper.
Yep.
Now the question is, let's see what Doug Pierce is going to have to execute at that point. So now this is where the one loss comes into play on my end, and that's the Arizona Cardinals. Now, granted, Jalen Hurts, I thought played one of the, and we all know that last year, Jalen Hurts definitely balled out against the Cardinals. You can't take that away from him.
I feel like this game's going to come down to Kyler Murray.
It really is.
It's going to come down to Kyler Murray because people were saying, "Oh, he's undersized, he can't make throws."
Not to mention, D-Hop's already suspended for 6 games.
D-Hop is suspended.
They don't have Chandler Jones on the defensive end of the football.
They don't have Chandler Jones.
Like they lost some keys. They lost some key pieces. I mean, obviously they still got Zach Ertz there. Let's be real, as Eagles fans, that's still pain at this point. But
he didn't want to leave Philly, and that pained me that we got. Like he didn't want to leave Philly. That's like
absolutely, but like we really can't change it. But it was just really unfortunate. I thought, say if he got traded to the Rams, look, I would not be mad about that. I really truly wouldn't. If he wanted to win the second Super Bowl, hey, look, I'll be happy with the fucking guy, man. God damn. But other than that, I have this against. But like I said, even though I have them as a loss, but I might change it to a win based on the fact, like Tyler said, the Kyler Murray contract situation, no D-Hop. I mean, J.J. Watt's still pretty good, but at the point of J.J.'s career, can he really stay healthy? That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest concern. I mean, look, probably still can go down probably one of the greatest, top 5, top 10 defensive ends in the NFL. I mean, I know his brother's probably a little bit better, T.J. Watt, and we all know how great of a season he had last year. But I think, and we get into week 6, and a lot of NFC. This is where I think we're going to have our best game against the Cowboys on October 16th. Now, the thing with Dallas is that, and I think Dante brings great points about this too. Dak Prescott, from a statistical standpoint, is a top 5, top 10 quarterback statistically, but we saw it time and time again. Like games that matters, he can't get the job done. Now, do I think that's? I feel like, and I think Doug, who is also part of the network too, actually said this too. I think he really made some good points about this too. And it all comes down to the play calling. Kellen Moore, what the hell did he like? And look, Kellen Moore probably not one of the best OCs that Dallas really has right now. But defensive wise, I mean, I thought that getting Dan Quinn, I thought was a decent one. And obviously, we all know about the track record of Mike McCarthy. We all know how that goes out. But that's self-explanatory as it is for the last decade and a half at this point. I do feel like we're going to definitely take this one against Dallas, and which is funny. And I did say this too. This is one of the teams I feel like we're going to split with. This is one of our NL East rivals we're going to split with. Which is even though Dallas has our number the last couple of years. Now I think that's all going to change, especially with like we said, especially with the all season that the Philly has had. I mean, think about it, getting Tart for the safety, which, like I said, and I think on our minds that was one of our other question marks. Picking up James Bradberry.
That was the main question mark because we had completely filled up All the other question marks, like linebacker, we filled up.
And we got some good depth pieces too at the same time.
Got some depth pieces. But the thing is, we needed the one position that we were eyeing.
And with safety.
To get better with safety.
I feel like as soon as Malcolm Jenkins left, the safety position hasn't been the best since Jenkins left. Maybe that's just me.
No, it's not that since he left. He dropped off after 20.
Oh, yeah. I think he was getting up there in age too. But look, McLeod wasn't too bad as a safety, but wasn't the best.
Yeah, that was the thing though. McLeod was just a placeholder. He wasn't a true starting safety.
Absolutely.
He was a placeholder, and we all knew that.
Absolutely. But we go into the bye week in week 7, and then once we come out of the bye week up to week 8, we got the Steelers. For me, I can see this as a loss based on the fact who's going to start for them. It either come down to Mitch Trubisky or Kenny Pickett, or whoever they have else at quarterback at this point.
I feel like if Trubisky struggles,
I definitely see Kenny Pickett
midway through the season. Then it's going to be Kenny Pickett. But if he doesn't struggle, it's going to be Trubisky. So I feel like if Kenny Pickett gets a start, that's a win for us. But if Trubisky gets a start, that's an L. If he's playing well.
Oh, that's it too. I mean, you still got Najee Harris, Chase Claypool. I don't even know what else about the draft picks that the Pittsburgh Steelers even made this year.
I forgot.
I completely forgot. I might have to go back. I might have to go Google. And then we go to week 9, which is our prime time. I think one of our prime time games against Houston. I say that's. Oh yeah. Oh shit. No, that's right. The Texas Rangers have been playing better. But speaking of,
I see the Eagles winning against the Texans. The Texans are a complete dumpster fire. They had to get rid of Deshaun Watson due to sexual assault allegations, and that's gotten progressively worse.
Oh, and Chad brought up a good point that David Johnson. Oh, I forgot. Wait, wow, I didn't heard about the David Johnson news. That's interesting.
David Johnson would like to sign with the Steelers. Kenny Pickett still hasn't signed a contract with the team. The thing is with Kenny Pickett is the fact that I don't think they're going to give him a contract yet until he plays and he's playing well and he proves himself.
We got to think too. Like that's part of the rookie deal, though. That's the thing. You got to think too, because you're supposed to sign your draft picks to like rookie contracts, which are basic, like Tyler said, they're basic proven contracts. So I don't know. That's kind of that doesn't really make any sense to me. Now we go to week 10. Now we're home against the Commanders. Now this is going to get interesting because we all know Carson Wentz is not going to get the best reception in Philadelphia. If we all know that for certain.
Oh, we're getting booed out of the damn building.
Woo, I cannot wait. Oh boy. But like I said, I think the Commanders, we're definitely sweeping the Commanders. I really truly believe that. Now, I think what comes into play, I think, is probably Washington's defense. Knowing last year they took a step backwards last year because Chase Young was hurt. I mean, they just had different mix and match pieces. But shit, yeah. So that's where another win comes in. I feel good. I had this team losing to the Frank Reich and the Colts. I feel that's one of the teams I feel like we can definitely. This is one of the games we can definitely lose. I
don't feel the same way because they completely changed their dynamic at quarterback. So I feel like they're like a 10-win team.
Absolutely,
11-win team again. Frank Reich's a tremendous coach. Hasn't had a losing record with any quarterback as head coach. Even Carson Wentz.
Even though Carson Wentz kind of, like we did say that Carson Wentz did shit the bed.
He just shit the bed in that last game.
And which is funny because if the Colts won that game, they wouldn't have made the playoffs.
They were in a win you're in situation. If they lost that game, they're out. They lost that game, so they were out.
And we did, and I said this too. Like Carson Wentz, we know Carson Wentz firsthand. He has a tendency to play hero ball.
Carson Wentz tries to play like he has a team on his back, dude. You're not with the Eagles. You have a team
that's really properly built. I mean, hell, they got a great a top 5 running back.
Going into last year, they had the same roster as that 11-5 team from 2020.
Yeah.
So I don't
like it really doesn't.
I don't see him as a credible quarterback. I don't. I'm sorry.
And we just say, and yeah, he's very inconsistent. Yep. And which is, and I think someone brought this up to my attention too. Like even on social media, like he spends more time hunting than he does playing football. So it kind of gets you to think it's like, I guess his heart's not there. I really truly do. I don't think. Maybe I might be wrong.
I feel like after that injury in 2017, his heart just went out of football.
Yeah, and you got to think too. Like Carson Wentz was not that bad, even though let's be real, his rookie season.
He was a borderline MVP in 2017.
But goddamn, Brady
he was one of the top prospects going in. We drafted him. Had a stellar 2017 campaign. Had an okay 2018.
It was just the injuries.
He dropped off in 2019 and 2020. He dropped off.
Yeah, it was just. I think if the front office couldn't take it anymore, right?
The front office was pissed off at him.
I mean, who can blame the front? I mean, look, I know. Even though
fans turned on him, the organization turned on him, the coaching turned on him, everybody turned on him.
And then we're also hearing some players were kind of speaking, kind of turning on him as well. I think, even though it didn't sound like it to be true, but the way how it came out, it's like, yeah. I mean, I can see because I just feel like Carson Wentz is not that like a team player, but he's more like self-centered.
He's more of like a me guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I need to play better. I need to do this. I need to play better. That's good. But the thing is,
it's a team sport.
It's a team sport. It's not about you. You're making it about you. You're trying to play hero ball. You're trying to run. You're trying to hold on to the ball so long to where you're getting hit.
Exactly.
You don't run.
You don't stay. Which is
ironic. Defense. You don't read the defense too well, and then you try to literally throw into coverage 9 times out of 10.
And you pretty much let the league in interceptions that's the same year at the same time.
He even did that last year. He was thrown into double coverages a lot.
Hell, exactly. Definitely.
Let's face it. The guy got bailed out by the running game. He got bailed
absolutely.
out. By far. Same thing with 2018, 2019. He got bailed out by the running game.
Yeah, I forgot about that. He can't hit.
Yup. Wentz has the fumble issues too. And that carries into what I said about him holding the ball too long. He holds the ball too long. Either A, he's trying to make a throw as he's getting hit, or he's just like dropping the ball.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it causes a fumble.
Now, looking back at it, say if Carson Wentz didn't get hurt in 2017, yes, I think things could have looked a lot bit different.
He would still be here in Philly if he didn't get hurt.
Yeah, we're gonna have probably at least multiple NFC Championship appearances. To definitely,
I wouldn't say that because the team would have still got blown up in 2017 due to cap issues.
You know what? That is true.
But I feel like they would have made the playoffs more times than what they did.
Absolutely, and I think
they went to the playoffs 2 more times, and then in 2020 they had that huge drop off where they only won 4 games.
Absolutely, and it's just like. I don't know. I just feel like when he tore his ACL, I feel like I don't know. Like there's, I really can't say for sure what.
The thing is, it was the start of it because as soon as he tore his ACL, he became scared to run. That was part of his game. He was running. He was a mobile quarterback. He was going left, he was going right. He was circling around this way. He was circling around that way.
Absolutely.
That's how he evaded sacks, and he couldn't do it.
And also the thing too, like, and you got to think too, he also put on some weight too in the off.
He beefed up for no reason, thinking that was going to help with his injuries. No, it made it worse.
Especially with the hernia. I think 2018 was a herniated disc in his back.
Herniated disc he literally beefed up so much that he had too much pressure on his back, where he got a herniated disc, in his
That's
back.
just like, what do you do? And then the following year gets a concussion. Let's be real. Like
But here's the thing. That concussion wasn't his fault.
Oh yeah, it wasn't.
That
but
was
still,
Jadeveon Clowney, and I still hate Jadeveon Clowney.
and the fact that he's already, but it is what it is, though.
But then again, I'm glad that Jadeveon Clowney did that because it made us respect McCown.
Yeah, on a torn fucking hamstring at the same time for Josh McCown.
Man tore his hamstring off the freaking bone and balled out, bro.
That's great. It's really crazy.
And he got emotional because they lost the game.
Because it did show that McCown really did care.
For him to play the way he did and then get emotional over a loss showed how much he cared.
Yeah, especially because hell, let's take Nick Foles for a perfect example. He's another guy that is known as a team player. Yeah, he's not the greatest quarterback by any stretch of the means, but he know how to get the job done.
Yeah, let's face it though. He's a system quarterback.
He is.
He only works in Philly. He doesn't work anywhere else.
Yeah, and that's what bring it up. She's like, didn't do well with the Rams. Didn't do anything with the what other teams he played went to? I mean, he bounced around though. That's the
Rams. He played for the Jags for a year.
Yeah,
he played Bears for a year. I think it was last year. He played for the Bears.
Yeah, because
Jags was last year.
Yeah, but he only played one game, dude, and broke his collarbone after that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
and he sucked that game too. He sucked.
But now with Indy, now I wouldn't be surprised if he has success in Indy as a backup. Then there'll be two teams he might have success with.
I really don't think he's going to do well in Indy.
But then again, you still got Matthew Stafford. What the fuck's Matt Ryan?
Yeah, they got Foles and they went out and got Ryan. I don't think Foles is going to see any play.
For me, I don't think and that's the thing too about Matt Ryan. I know he's getting up their age, but I don't think he's that bad of a quarterback. It was just unfortunate what happened.
No, the thing is with Matt Ryan, he was on a shit team.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, he's not a bad quarterback, but it just was put on.
He was on a shit team that had shit coaching, shit management. They were just not good.
Wow, it's just like looking back,
but they were dogging him because of the Super Bowl. Every single year they were dogging him.
Absolutely.
And they were also dogging the team, but the thing is, the team deserves it. But
yeah,
not Matt Ryan.
No,
Matt Ryan did not deserve it.
No, Matt Ryan. The fact that he was a 2016 MVP, probably one of the leading passers of that franchise. It's just like but I hope he does have success, outside. I really think he definitely would have success. I really do believe that, because
I think he's going to have so much success in Indy.
Oh, absolutely. The fact under Frank Reich too, jeez, and they're great coaching staff over there. You got Jonathan Taylor, Malik. Trying to think who else is on that. You still got T.Y. Hilton over there. I can't think of anybody else on that team though. That's the problem.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody else. All I know is T.Y. Hilton and Jonathan Taylor. That's it.
Who was a fucking
else? I don't know. I know they're good. I just can't remember their names.
But going forward, then we got the Packers on week 12, November 27th at 8:20 Eastern time. Now, we got to talk about this too, just a little bit early in the show. Is that look?
Going into the off season, and when the schedule was released, we didn't do that much in free agency yet. Yeah, we got a cornerback. We got some linebackers in the draft. We got A.J. Brown. But for me, it wasn't nearly enough to call this game a win. But now I'm calling it win.
Because I could definitely see a win here, because now with the addition of Tart into the secondary, it's going to be really interesting. It's like, I feel like that was like I said, that was the miss. I feel it was the missing piece.
It was the last puzzle piece in this whole season.
It took a while, because you got to think too. Because look, I know Howie let's be real, I thought he could have done a lot more. But looking back,
what more do you want him to do? He fixed the offense. He fixed the defense.
And get probably only what top 10, top 15 safety and what Tart to go out of the 7.
Literally the second best safety in free agency. Because the first was Tyrann Mathieu, and we didn't get him because he went to the Saints. But we got the second best guy.
And look, the Tyrann Mathieu thing, I wasn't too upset, but which I was very understanding because he is from New Orleans. He went to LSU.
I wasn't even mad. I'm like, look, he lived there for a while. Let him go home.
And plus too, he was also getting up there in age. Even though he was only 29, but he was definitely getting up there in age. So I think he would have been a little bit more expensive. So I mean,
yeah, it was way more. That would have been like a cap hit for us. So
absolutely.
I'm glad we won't.
And I'll say this too. And I'll admit this too. I did overreact to Fletcher Cox getting cut, but then looking back, I was like, oh, that's what the reason why I got on a cheaper deal was like, because originally it looked.
Dude, I got so pissed. Me and you both collectively got pissed.
What the fuck is this?
I'm like, what are they doing? They cut him, and then like the next day they re-signed him on when I'm like, why'd they do that?
And I'm thinking too, and I don't know. Maybe if we say they do cut him post June 1st. Ooh, that's a huge cap hit. And I think Howie knew that too. So I was like, oh, that's why. Because you got to think too, Cox, even though he's getting up their age, is probably one of our most expensive defensive players on that roster. Yeah. And I cannot, and just like, oh, that's why now. And it really,
yeah, he was like one of the top. He was one of the top paying guys. So he needed to rework his deals because I'm like, okay, they gave him a 1-year deal. What is Howie thinking? Now we know what the guy's thinking.
Yeah, which is crazy.
And I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
Despite the fact we've been dogging him for 4 years to remain.
We dogged him for 4 years to do this, and now he's done it. We dogged.
Yeah,
we dogged him enough, and he listened to us. He's listening to us, and I'm happy.
So I do change my stance on it and get win at the Green Bay Packers. Now we are hosting the Tennessee Titans. That's gonna be. I feel like that's an easy win for sure.
Easy freaking win.
Now,
and I bet, and you know what I think? I think AJ Brown's going off this game.
I do think so.
He's going off this game.
I think.
How the hell do you trade me for a pack of peanuts
for just 2 picks?
Why the hell would you trade me? And then you draft a damn wide receiver. That could have been me. That could have been me out there. But no, you want to go with a rookie.
Yeah.
He's going off this game.
Now, obviously, we have another NFC East rival, and that's the Giants at Week 14. We are in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Let's be real; they are the New Jersey Giants. Don't at me because of that. Because let's be real, they are New Jersey.
They play in North Jersey.
Well,
literally, we went past the stadium to come up here. Guess what state we were in? We were still in Jersey. So MetLife Stadium is in Jersey.
And look,
they're Jersey Giants.
Absolutely.
Same thing for the Jets.
Yeah. Oh well, that's crazy. We only played the Jets in the preseason though, which is crazy but
we always play the Jets in the preseason. It's either we always play the Jets.
Last year, we actually played them in the right.
We either always play the Jets in preseason or we always play the Patriots in preseason, unless it's a Super Bowl.
And that's the thing too. I don't think the Giants are going to be bad as people say they are. But I do think they're going to win 6 games at least.
I feel like they're not. I see them winning maybe 7 or 8.
Because I saw Adam Rank has the Giants go to 7-10, which is understandable. But as I feel like 6-11 seems much more sense. Because you got to think too. Then you still got
actually if Daniel Jones does not improve his game, they're probably going to win 6-7. But if he improves, I see them winning 8. I don't see them going further than that.
I think also to say they're also going to if he doesn't improve, like you said, they're actually moving on. They might move on from Daniel Jones. They might. Because let's be real. Because it's like, look, Eli. I'll say this too about the Giants. Look, Eli wasn't the best by any stretch of the means, but he was really good. He was, I'll say, below average. I think he was not. I think he was average to. I would say decent, but had some great years though. I mean, I will admit that he had some good. He had his moments. Like perfect example. Who would ever seen Eli Manning let's be real, always been in the shadow of his brother Peyton, but still beats Tom Brady twice in the Super Bowl. And balls out against us. Next thing you know,
I feel like he's better than Peyton due to that.
Yeah, that is true.
He beat Brady twice.
Like who? Well, yeah, and not to mention too, and I think he's one of the quarterbacks that not just that, balled out against us at MetLife Stadium, but then the Giants choke away a 30-point lead against us. Oh, how funny! How sweet is how?
I remember that from 2010.
Oh boy,
so vividly, and that was like, I think that was the game we needed to win to make the playoffs.
Yeah, and that was before Christmas. That was before Christmas.
I think it was the day before. I think it was literally the day before Christmas.
I was like, thank you, Deshaun Jackson,
for that. It was Christmas Eve, 2010, bro.
Oh, I got
miracle. And it was like 30. It was like 30 to like 10 or something. Or
yeah, something. No, I think it was like 30. We had like I think 3 points. I think it was.
No, it was like 30 to 10 because we had scored a touchdown.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And we just bounced back. We just kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going.
And it's just like
and then the kick return to end the game.
And I mean and look, man.
That was so glorious, bro.
I could have I could imagine 20.
But
I say we're winning against I don't know. I feel like I don't know, because for me, originally I had a sweep in the Giants, but now looking at it, I mean, they did make some good, decent moves in the all season, and then even the draft getting Evan Neal, Kayvon Thibodeau. I think we're splitting with the Giants. I really do believe that. I think we're definitely losing.
I don't see them splitting with them.
Dallas, I think Dallas is a true split.
I don't even think we're splitting against Dallas. We're winning those games, bro. Man, we're taking those games.
Are we really going to change the history now?
Finally, try to win? I see this team at best having only one loss.
Oh, really? One loss overall this year?
One loss overall.
Oh boy, that's
at best. I know it's ambitious. I know it's ambitious,
but shit.
I know it's ambitious.
I say look
at our off season. Look at our off season.
You know what? I could definitely get behind that.
We got linebackers. We got cornerbacks. We got safeties.
Hell, we even upgraded cornerback number 2. Like Stevie Nelson was good, but man, we got somebody much more better than me.
Exactly. We got a defense. We got a secondary. We've got a line on both sides of the ball.
And this team actually has depth. And we spread it out on the offensive and defensive side of the football.
We got depth on both sides of the ball. We've got A.J. Brown, Wes Watkins, and Devontae Smith starting for us at wide receiver. And we've got a great running game.
So now we go into week 15. So this is our final segment. For those who don't know, this is kind of our final segment, is kind of breaking down the schedule for the Philadelphia Eagles. So week 15, December 18th, we are away in Chicago. Now, I know a lot of Bears fans would remember the double doink.
Win. Still a win. Who cares about double doink? That was
a few years ago. I saw it. Yeah.
Win. We're winning.
But I do think the Bears have improved. I did like the Velus Jones Jr. pick.
A little bit better. I think it's gonna be a close game, but still win.
Absolutely.
Win.
And then we're away at the Cowboys on December 24th. I think that was Christmas Eve.
Whoa, win.
And then we got the Saints, which we have played well against the Saints, and we beat them.
Whoa, win.
Also, I hope Cameron Jordan has his ankles taped, because good Lord, I feel bad for that man's ankles. God damn.
That man's like,
fucking. God damn, Jalen Hurts put the moves on him.
Jalen Hurts was like freaking Allen Iverson out there that night. I was like, shit.
And that's on January 1st, and then we wrap up with the Giants at home.
Win.
It's definitely possible. I mean, talent had.
We're too talented, man.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, kind of going back to, like I said, about the Chicago game. I know Chicago, it's still part of the rebuild. cleaned out the front office, got rid of, got a new head coach and all that. It's like it's going to take time for them. And Gooley, and for those who don't know, Mal Gooley I mean, I feel bad for him. You had to constantly live with this crap for what was it, 4 years now, give or take?
Yeah, 4 years of that. But we've been through longer.
Yeah, we've been in the same boat. But kind of going back to, which is funny. And I thought the double doink was crazy enough, but man, the city of Philadelphia had to be so much more petty and actually put double doink literally lit up on the side of a building. I was like, how do you got to be?
They literally had double doink T-shirts, dude.
I was like, bruh.
I'm like, damn, how petty can you get, Philly?
But yeah, I mean, it's just like, well, then again, it's crazy to say the least.
But I didn't like how Chicago fans were ripping on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ripping Cody Parkey. The thing is, it wasn't his fault the kick got blocked, and it changed the trajectory of it. If that kick wasn't blocked, it was for sure going.
They could have beaten us.
They could have beaten us. So I don't think it was Cody Parkey's fault. I think it was the fact that it got blocked by a defender. It was just well defended. That's all. It wasn't Cody Parkey's fault.
It really wasn't.
But then again,
and trust me, we were notorious for dogging him when he was here.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
When he was here, we were notorious for dogging him.
Absolutely, and this was before we even got Jake Elliott
into him. And like, you know what? It's like, you should have played better. You missed this kick, this kick. Like, that double doink game wasn't his fault.
Like, he was like I don't know, but he was though inconsistent though with his kicks.
He wasn't consistent, yeah.
And
but still, it wasn't his fault that last kick.
But Chicago, sometimes I just feel like look, I don't feel like there's. I mean, look, I know every fan base has a certain group of bad apples. Like we can definitely say from experience. So we've dealt.
Yeah. We can say that from experience because a lot of fan bases like to lump us all together.
Exactly, and that's the reason why if you have not seen in Philly sports, this is the reason why we get the hate that we get because of that.
Yeah.
Well, not just that. I mean, and it's been mostly that, but other than that, I mean, I know my other half of the Philly Sports podcast, Tyler, is one ambitious motherfucker, but I mean, I do think he might have a point, though.
I am telling you, on both sides of the damn ball, we are a complete team.
Yeah, and I mean, look, I think also too, I think Steichen should. I think he's definitely. And from what I've understood, from what I've also heard from OTs, I feel like Shane Steichen also was helping out with Jalen Hurts with some of those throws too. Which, if that's the case, that's gonna be very interesting because it's like if Ricky's gonna oh Jesus Christ, I know that. Just think about it, hitting AJ Brown, hitting Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins. Good Lord, have it stopping.
Bro, imagine Devontae Smith or an AJ Brown bomb down the field for a touchdown. Oh my God, that's gonna be a thing of beauty.
It really is. And the fact that you're gonna see it, and that's another thing.
We're gonna see it consistently
on
both sides of the ball.
And definitely,
on both sides of the field,
we're also gonna hopefully we can have a much better running game. We did probably put up better numbers.
Dude, after last year, I kind of see this team going. I see the running game being better.
That's what I'm saying. They're going to put up much more better numbers than what they did last year.
Because of the coaching staff. The coaching listened to the fans, and they said you need to run the ball as well as pass, not just pass the ball. And they're going to do that. They're going to mix up the run, mix up the pass, and they're going to win some games.
Absolutely. And I'm also looking forward to next year.
For all 17 of them.
Absolutely. Not to mention, too, next year we're also bringing about the Kelly Green uniforms, too. That's going to be looking so smooth.
All right. Let me ask you a question. What do you think about the new wording? Because I think it's bland as fuck.
Boo. I can make that shit on my fucking computer for crying out loud.
They changed it from this beautiful specimen,
which has since the 90s, to a piece of garbage.
Since 97.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's been long
since 97.
Yeah, that is
We
not.
changed it to a bland ass Jets looking shit.
It's just like
I'm like, what the? If I gotta look at that ugly thing at the end zone.
Well, if it's for some, if like say if it sells everything, that would be fucking nuts. I'll say that much.
But I'm glad. But the one thing they got right with the cosmetic is that they brought back Kelly Green,
which I know that's gonna impress. That makes a lot of older Eagles fans happy who lived through the Kelly Green era,
who lived in the '80s and the early '90s. Yeah,
and just that's gonna look so great. I'm sorry, man, but seeing Devontae Smith and Kelly Green with the silver wings on the helmet. Oh, good Lord, that's gonna look great.
Oh, it's all gonna look
great. Oh,
brother.
Jesus. Damn, that was like, damn. Because I already got Jalen Hurts in Midnight Green. If we can get that in Kelly Green, yeah, shut up and take my money.
Right.
But other than that, we'll do it for the Eagles Talk Podcast episode 4 so far.
Yep.
Not too bad, though. Not too shabby show. I mean, we kind of did talk about, we're looking forward to see what Tark can do in this defensive scheme, in this defensive system, which is I'm very excited. I think a lot of Eagles fans are excited on that as well. I think talent, like that, shit. I mean, it's just crazy to think about the last couple, like the year and a half to 2 years, almost gave him Howie some praise. The fact that we shit on him for the last 4. Which is the most I feel like at times I see this more like a hypocritical thing. Like we started like we had become such hypocrites. Like, and am I not wrong?
No, you're not wrong. All right, man. Well,
other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We'll see you guys. If you guys are huge wrestling fans, we'll be back Thursday night at 9:00 Eastern time for episode 21. 22? Jeez, I don't even know how many episodes we have done so far.
I don't know how many episodes either, man. But we'll be back next Thursday at 9:00 for that one.
Yep.
And
with that being said, this was Robert and Tyler from the Philly Sports Talk Podcast. We hope you have a good night, and let's go Birds.
Peace.